Hello. Nori here. Welcome to another episode of Love and Deep Space. Today we will be talking about something serious, something important, something that a lot of content creators have also recently made videos about, and so I will also be sharing my own opinion and asking for yours in return. Now, this is a topic that affects not only us as individual players, but also us as a community on the whole. The recent environment, the excitement, the lack of excitement, I'd say, that we've all been feeling is something that I mentioned in my previous video as well. That this time around, there has been very little excitement for this beach banner. Not only because we all expected that it will be a spicy beach banner, but it turned out to be a dud. Which was an absolute misfire, I believe, because the other rumors about the other banners did come true. The rumor about the wedding banner did come true. The schedule of the banners dropping did come true. So I'd say that it was a unfortunate misfire. People wanted to strategize and pick the banner that they want to pull for most. And unfortunately, the beach banner completely lacked of spice. And everybody's like, what is this? We were expecting something else. But then on top of that, Infold goes on ahead and then, makes a lot of things locked behind paywall. And well, that kind of, I think, enraged the players even more because I found a lot of tweets and I'm gonna share it with you guys. Are you broke or something, bro? An otome of all genre not offering us gifts for Chichi, the Valentine's Day, the most important holiday for a romance game. No gifts for half anniversary. CN girlies constantly keep the game at the top of the chart, and Global alone spends just as much as other gacha as a whole. I hate it here. They did not give a F. They recolored their boxes to look like bathing shorts and then hid the summer outfits behind the ultra hard to get paywall. Guys, you have to understand how insane Infold's behavior is. If the serial whalers and gambling addicts, including myself, are complaining and advocating for the boycott, matter of fact, we are angrier because we're giving money happily to eat shit in return. Problem with lads is, unlike other gacha, there is extreme attachment with the allies, and they were crafted for years and designed to cause this attachment. Lads is hard to drop point blank, but doesn't mean we can't ask for better. And then the other reply to it goes like, exactly, I spent so much money on Silas and fought with everyone during our boycotts. I'm even sick and tired while it was painful back then. And there have been a bunch of other replies to this tweet as well. Now, from what I gathered, this particular person is a heavy spender, but they say that they are transparent about where they're spending, and they find it absolutely insane or just absolutely unjust the way Infold is treating their low spenders and F2P players, and those who are likely to spend are not able to or not thinking about spending because of their current strategy, which is a bit too cash grabby. And I see a lot of other whales also agreeing to this because I did come across a few more tweets of the same kind. Now, I did find two very peculiar tweets, and I think you guys might find it really interesting. So let's dive into this one. Let's not forget the fact that Paper Games used to make an ad that belittled women and seeing them as money-making machine. When their other game, Mr. Love Queen, came out and got published on newspaper too, the Paper Games lore goes crazy. Now, I will add the link to this tweet. You can check it out yourselves. You can even read the English translation, and if anybody knows Chinese, they can probably read it as well. And what a funny little coincidence this is, you guys, because quite a while back, I remember reading something similar. So in that tweet, from what I can remember from the top of my head, I think there was the same thing about the CEO thinking about women as cash cows and capitalizing on the loneliness epidemic and going with this with games for women because, well, it generates the most money, or it has the potential to generate most money. So yeah, I was like, okay, that is shitty, but because it was just a one tweet that I came across, I did not take it that seriously. I was just like, oh, well, CEOs are shitty, but I was just like, do I take this seriously or not? But since it was just one tweet, I just did not take that seriously. But now I'm just like, maybe there's truth there. And coincidentally, recently I read a tweet that said the CEO knows, apparently this was a thing in CN. I don't remember exactly whether it was it was a newspaper clipping or was it just spread as an idea. So take a grain of salt. If I find the tweet, I will link it. But what I remember again from the tweet was the CEO knowing women better than women themselves. So apparently this ideology or this idea was spread. The CEO who knows women better than women themselves. And I was like, isn't that a disservice to like your dev team made of entirely women, which I think they were? And look at this tweet. Interesting turn of events. So apparently this was what was happening in July 2025 at PG Infold. Turns out there was a major shakeup internally. The former CEO, who literally was the one overseeing Love and Deepspace, withdrew from the management with speculation that he got differences in business development. I wonder, is it why there is a difference in their approach to the players now? Because in 1.0 boycott, as a player, I really feel like they were listening. Like, sure, not every demand was fulfilled and not every complaint was heard, but the game definitely turned out much better after that. So the Infinity Nikki CEO has also stepped down this year alone after the big Infinity Nikki fiasco, which I don't know what's going on, but it looks like an absolute train wreck. Because what is going on in that company? Genuinely, it's like they don't know how to manage their own game, their own company, what the player base wants, the idea of communication. At least it seems like Infinity Nikki, their fans, because of the whole boycott and riot, they are communicating more now. But where is the communication for us? There is no communication. There is an in-game survey, which I think they got worried about and immediately sent all the players an in-game survey. But like, what is that survey supposed to do? What is that survey going to do if whatever we've suggested is taken on deaf ears? Now, again, people like to complain or berate that, we shouldn't be expecting so much, that the company is working really hard. It's not the company is working really hard, it's the employees that are working really hard. The CEO is taking bad decisions, or the people on the executive levels are taking bad decisions. And because of that, everybody is suffering. At least that's what I am, able to perceive. That there are hardworking people who definitely deserve that credit, definitely deserve that pay, and their efforts should be absolutely, appreciated. But the people up top in the management, what are they doing? All it looks like they care about is profit, and that attitude is alienating everyone. In all kinds of spenders, from low spenders to dolphin spenders to F2Ps. Forget about F2Ps. F2Ps are the bottom tier. The least, I think cared for people in the player base. But still, like, if whales themselves are complaining about this situation, then I think the idea is supposed to be serious. The problems that we are facing as a community, as the people who are playing this game, as people who are taking time out and energy to play this game, is, serious. Because see, I complain about the fashion, yes, and to be honest, you can ignore me. Ignore me when I complain about the fashion. That's negligible, right? But when we are talking about something serious, like not having endgame to farm or grind for diamonds and energy bottles, now that is serious. At least the energy bottles. When we say that, hey, have a rotational mini game, or set of rotational mini games, so we are not bored with grinding the same things over and over and over, we'd also have some kind of motivation to grind for chocolates. Because trust me, right now I have no motivation to grind for chocolates. The only time I even bother myself a little bit is when I think of the limited edition kitty cat badge. That is the only time I will force myself to, like, okay, grind for chocolates. Because the chocolate shop is just sad. The state of chocolate shop is really sad at the moment. And what do we have? Like, what is the new addition to the chocolate shop? It's pretty boring. There isn't any new variety there. And a variety of other things have been mentioned by so many people in the surveys, which time and time again get beautifully ignored. I mean, I don't even understand what's the point of those surveys, because, the surveys just pop up randomly and be like, hey, how can we improve our game? And we tell you how exactly you can improve your game, and it's just tossed out into the dustbin, into the trash. What is the point of us going on different surveys, filling them up, and seeing it be taken on deaf ears? What's the point? Because see, we are not that dumb, okay? As a player base, we understand that this is a business, that you're not going to get everything for free. It is, I think, embedded in everyone's minds, right? So when a section of people get really annoyed or angry that we are being critical towards the company, what are we supposed to do? I genuinely want to know the answer. What are you supposed to accept? What are you supposed to do with the surveys then? We could all just, just say, oh, the game is great, and suffer instead. Like, what is the point of the surveys for? If we don't complain or raise our, issues and seek for assurance or seek for some kind of solution to the problems we are facing, then what do? What are we supposed to do? Should we just accept the game with all the issues as they are? The main story has not been updated. There hasn't been enough content for Raphael and I think Xavier in the main story. There hasn't been enough content for Caleb and Silas in the standard banner cards, or the 4-star cards, I believe. That is also a thing going on. What are we supposed to do? It's almost like, don't say anything at all, just accept whatever you're given. But then what is the point of player satisfaction? What is the point of consumer satisfaction? How are we looking at this? I genuinely want to know. I want to know the reasoning. Like, at what point do you say that, okay, this is unacceptable? We need to raise an awareness towards this issue. We need to have our voices heard. The paid packs, everybody's pissed off about that. Look at this outfit. Look at all these things. You cannot, I mean, I don't even know what to say, because, before it used to be, discounted, a full pack on discounted price that you are supposed to buy. But now it's divided into so many other packs, and every pack becomes more and more expensive. The more you add on, the more expensive it becomes. Who on earth is going to be happy about buying anything at all if all of their content is paywalled? This banner, like this update, everything is hidden behind paywall. Nobody's happy about what's going on. Forget about the outfit and whatever. I've already complained about that. I don't want to go over and over about it, but I'm not the only one. I think everybody's like, why the heck are we getting winter clothes here? Like, what's the point of this? Instead of us getting like a bare minimum summer outfit. A bare minimum summer outfit. That's all. Are you saying we're not even worthy of one bare minimum event themed outfit? You guys decide. I don't know, man. I don't think that this is fair. But I would like to hear your thoughts and opinions as well. I think that it's unfair. I think that it's crazy. I don't know what has possessed the I don't know what has possessed the company or the people who are taking these kind of decisions to completely ruin their own game by taking these decisions in the first place. I have, although, seen people still buy these packs, but I'd also say that there are people who are just unbothered with how much money they're spending. It's like, I want it, why do I care about anybody else? And okay, their wish, so I don't have anything to say about that, because honestly, you can't really stop people from buying there. I don't think they're participating in the boycott either, or I'm not sure in what way they are participating. But a lot of people, at least in CN, oh my god, CN girlies, Xavier girlies were like, we're gonna show up, we're gonna show you what we're made of, and really bumped the chart numbers down. So it's serious. It's quite serious. And when CN gets involved, you have no other choice but to take things seriously. But I don't know what the company is thinking of or what we're going to get, because the company is extremely petty. Extremely petty. I do definitely think that the previous issue of I think it's the CN girls who sued, some of the CN players who sued Infold, and they're like, oh, you're gonna sue us? We're gonna make sure everything is paywalled and you're going to suffer as a result. Everyone will suffer as a result for trying to sue us, when it's just a couple of people from the CN side. And of course, I completely forgot to mention Xavier's myth, King of Dark Knight, sorry, Knight of Dark, never mind, the KOD. The fact that they didn't even bother, and a myth is a big deal. How are you quiet on such a serious thing? Everybody's poured money into that banner, into that myth banner. How is your attitude like this towards such an important thing? I mean, it's I don't know, you guys. Tell me your thoughts, you guys. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you guys are thinking, how you feel about this entire situation. I definitely think that this banner was an unfortunate flop. Unfortunate. This banner could have had the potential of being really good, with good updates and stuff, but it just robbed everybody's excitement, and the whole atmosphere is absolutely lackluster, despite the fact that some people did pull on or bought some of the packs. But I still feel like this, in comparison to the wedding banner excitement, is absolute flop. And it's just unfortunate because there are people who still worked hard on it. There are employees who definitely worked really hard, and it's just unfortunate that they also have to suffer the brunt along with the players. But then it's the executives that are problematic, I believe. Anyhow, the comment section is open as always, and I've tried my best. I know I'm a little late, but I am struggling a little. I'm getting better, so I am able to make more videos now. Though the struggle is still there. I'm still taking medicine. Still, things are difficult. But we are creating videos now a bit more, and yeah. Hopefully I'll be pulling with whatever free wishes I have, and I will see you guys in that video, or I'll see you guys in another video. I don't know which one it's going to be, but I will see you guys soon. Until then, do take care. This is Nori signing off. Goodbye, you guys. Thank you for a lot of love, you guys also, I forgot to mention. Bye!